Hello and welcome to Angela Mackenzie Singing. So how am I going to help your singing today? Well, today and all this week, I am going to be looking at auditions. Now, as a singer, whether you're an amateur singer or professional singer, if you've been ever going for roles, you're going to have auditioned. And I know that even some choirs want you to audition, even if you're not singing any solos, they still want you to audition. So an audition is a big thing in a singer's life. Now, I have done a lot of auditions in my time. I used to be an amateur singer, so I did loads of auditions then. I used to, as I got older, obviously I kind of did all my qualifications and I became a professional singer and I did a lot of auditions then. I've also run my own opera company with my friend and we did a lot of auditions so then as well. So I've seen it from the other side as well. I know what the auditioner is looking for, and whatever you think is an auditionee is different when you're an auditioner, you know. It's very interesting. So I've seen it from both sides, and so these are my tips for this week. So tip number one, today's tip is get there early. Now, don't turn off and don't think, well, that's obvious, isn't it? Because it's not all that obvious. And there are other advantages other than the fact that you need to be there on time. But there are other advantages as well that come from that. So particularly if you're travelling from quite a way away. When I was auditioning, I was up in Yorkshire, coming down to London a lot of the time. And so you've got quite a lot of hours travelling before you get there, and lots of things can go wrong. I once had an audition, I think it was for Scottish Opera as far as I remember, and my train was late. Then the tube was delayed and I was late for that audition. Now, I did beg them and they did hear me. I didn't get the job. And it would have put them off a little bit. You know, how reliable am I? I might have sung okay, but I probably didn't because I was so stressed about getting there late. So that is one reason not to do it, to make sure that you're calm, because if you get there in plenty of time, you can check out where the venue is. I usually find myself a little coffee place around the corner from it once I've checked it all out. And you can just relax, you can chill, you can start going through your pieces in your head, and it's a bit of a chill time. Also, an added benefit, that it won't always be this way, but it worked this way for me once. I got there ridiculously early and I just thought, well, I'll just pop up there and see what the situation is. Went up, had a chat with the girl who sat on reception, and she said, well, actually, yes, you're on the list and everything, it's all fine. But she said, actually, they're all out at lunch at the moment. And I asked her where I could warm up. And she said, well, seeing as there's nobody in, do you want to pop in there? I got to warm up in the actual venue where the audition was taking place. And you don't know what a big thing that is, or you may know if anybody's been in that position, because it makes you much less nervous when you're going in. If you get the chance to do that, do it. And that was because I was ridiculously early and I went up there and had a little bit of a chat. So that is my tip for today. Be early, because it calms you, it gives you the chance to chill a little bit, gives you the chance to get your brain in order, gives you the chance, makes you so that you're not stressed, which is obviously a big thing. You also may get the audition to get into that audition room. You might even just see the audition panel and just be able to say hello before you go in there, which again really helps from a nerves point of view. It's a brilliant thing. Make sure you get there early. And if you're travelling from afar, it's a good idea, if you can, to actually get there the day before as well, so you haven't as far to travel. So that is my tip for today. When you are auditioning, get there early. Now, tomorrow we've got some more interesting tips that are going to really help you when you're going for those auditions, and I shall see you tomorrow.